Could Los Pollos TV
help in the war or revolution?
Simple. He introduces the first ever
Psychological warfare stream.
While the Ottomans prepare their cannons, Los will set up a massive megaphone and project a
10-hour loop of media share at the enemy lines.
Confused by the sound of L spams and nonsensical TTS donations, the Ottoman soldiers would drop their weapons in pure mental exhaustion. Finally, he'd help the Greek economy by launching
An Independence Day subathon,
raising enough drachmas to buy the entire Mediterranean,
only to lose it all 5 minutes later on a spin the wheel bet.
The Greek Revolution, usually called the Greek War of Independence, kicked off in 1821 and lasted until about 1829. At its core, it was the Greeks trying to break free from the Ottoman Empire, which had ruled over most Greek lands for nearly 400 years. By the early 1800s, a lot of Greeks felt that they had lost political control, cultural freedom, and a real sense of national identity under Ottoman rule, even though they were allowed to keep their religion and some local customs. A big reason the revolution happened when it did was nationalism. Across Europe, people were starting to believe that groups with shared language, culture, and history should have their own independent nations. Greeks looked back to ancient Greece and the Byzantine Empire and saw themselves as descendants of a great civilization that deserved independence. When the revolution started, it wasn't one clean, organized movement. It was messy and violent. Greek rebels, many of them peasants, sailors, and former bandits, attacked Ottoman officials and garrisons. Some early victories boosted morale, but there were also brutal defeats and massacres on both sides. One of the most infamous moments was the massacre of Chios in 1822, where Ottoman forces killed or enslaved tens of thousands of Greek civilians. This event shocked Europe and turned public opinion strongly in favor of the Greeks. That outside support ended up being crucial. Many Europeans felt a strong emotional connection to Greece because of its ancient history, a movement often called Philhellenism, Philhellenism, meaning love of Greece. Writers, artists, and even fighters from places like Britain, France, and Germany supported the cause. Lord Byron, a famous British poet, actually went to Greece to help and died there, which made the cause even more popular abroad. Militarily, the Greeks struggled. They had internal conflicts and even a brief civil wars amongst themselves, which weakened them. Meanwhile, the Ottomans brought in help from Egypt, whose rulers sent a modern, well-trained army that nearly crushed the rebellion. At that point, it looked like Greece might lose everything. This is where the great powers step in for real. Britain, France, and Russia all had their own political reasons for weakening their Ottoman Empire. They also claimed humanitarian concern. In 1827, they combined navies to destroy the Ottoman fleet at the Battle of Navarino. The battle basically decided the war. Without naval power, the Ottomans couldn't hold Greece. By 1830, Greece was officially recognized as an independent state, though it was much smaller than modern Greece. A few years later, a Bavarian prince named Otto was made king, showing how much European power still controlled Greece's fate.